Hi everyone, I'm Meg. I'm an archaeologist with the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources Heritage Trust Program, and we're located in downtown Columbia, South Carolina. Today we're going to do a pottery refit activity. And at first, I want to introduce you to what archaeology is and what an archaeologist does. So firstly, what is an archaeologist? Well, we're researchers. We study past peoples and the things they left behind. We study things like artifacts, like the things that are around me today. And why do we do that? We do that because a lot of human history is not recorded, is not written down. And so we fill in those gaps of history. And sometimes we correct the written record and the things you read in the books in the library. So today, let's talk a little bit about what an artifact is. What is Pottery ReFit, the activity you'll be doing today? These are artifacts. These are pottery sherds, pieces of pottery that you'll be fitting together. This is a complete vessel, and we very rarely, if ever, find complete vessels in the field when we're doing excavations. What we find are pieces of pottery, not the whole vessel. The small little sherds that we put back together or mend, or what you'll be doing today, refitting your pieces of pottery. Sometimes we can only put two pieces back together, not a whole vessel, and that's okay. It tells us a little bit more about human history, so we can write a little bit more for the future. So today we're going to do pottery refit, and you're going to have a hand in what archaeologists do in the laboratory, putting these pieces of pottery back together. You might be surprised to learn that most of an archaeologist's time is not spent in the field conducting excavations or digging in the ground to find artifacts, but most of our time is actually spent in the laboratory putting these pieces of pottery back together, washing and sorting things, analyzing what we found, and then writing about it. So today, we're going to start refitting some pottery and let you test your hand at being an archaeologist on a small scale with a pottery refit activity. And so now I'm going to turn it over to Ella, and she's going to teach you how to do the pottery refit activity.
Okay, so let's get started with the pottery refit activity. So first things first, you're going to take your ceramic pot and your markers, and you are going to decorate your pot however you'd like. Whatever design or drawing you want to do, just decorate your pot. I'm going to put some polka dots on mine. So once you're done decorating, take as long as you need. You're going to have something like this, and you're going to take your finished pot and put it in the plastic bag. So put it in the bag, seal it up really well. That's important. You don't want any pieces flying out because you're going to take your pot, and I know this is weird, but you're going to drop it on the ground so it breaks. And I won't do that today, but I have an already broken pot here. So the next step is to lay out all of your pieces onto a plate. And it helps if you put all your pieces with the decorated side up so you can kind of tell what you're looking at. And you're going to start putting the pieces back together and refitting the pottery. So I've already gone started on mine. Looks like this. So now I'm going to try and see if I can't find another piece and to match the pieces up. So I'm going to take, this is a rim sherd, what we would call a rim sherd. So you're going to start trying to fit them together. That one doesn't fit. Let's see. But this one, let me turn it around. This one fits. So once you find a piece that fits, you're going to take your cup of school glue and a paintbrush, and you're going to paint some glue on the sherd. And let's see where the glue needs to go. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue right there on the edge. Oop. Once I have my glue on, I'm going to hold the piece and squeeze gently for about 30 seconds. So then once you've done that and you've put it together, kind of like a puzzle, think of it that way. Once you've put all the pieces back together, you will have your pot all refitted. Looks a little different, but this is what we do in the lab with sherds that we find. So yeah, that is the Pottery ReFit activity. I'll hand it off to Sam to talk to you more about the pottery that we have in the lab.
Hi, I'm Sam, and I'm an archaeologist at the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources. And here we have real prehistoric artifacts. These are pottery sherds, and they break in itty-bitty little pieces. And today, I'm going to show you how we're going to put them together. This is going to be just like your refit activity. First, you get your glue. And what we're going to do is we're going to go right along the edge. Nice and steady. You don't want to put too much glue. You don't want to put too little. You want to have it stick nice and even. And then you want to piece them nice and even together so they line up. And there we go. And we stick it nice and even into the rice so that it's going to hold the form, and it'll be just like how this pot was.
Thanks everybody for joining us and participating in the Pottery ReFit activity. If you want to learn more about the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources Archaeology team, check out our website, heritagetrust.dnr.sc.gov. Thanks.